the lack of tonnage, especially the lack of capable tonnage, a proper heavy lifting tonnage, it's not such a bad thing. The globalization that we knew since 70s and 80s is not as straight anymore. It has done a lot of turns and left, right, and up and down as well. I see our region here as a very good example. They basically stopped needing the global influence anymore.
Welcome back to Project Cargo Professionals. We are in Dubai for Voices of Breakbulk Middle East, and today I am with Denis Bandura from BBC Chartering. Denis, how are you?
Hi, good look, yeah, pleasure to be here.
Same for me, and very impressive that you are the longest continually serving member of BBC Chartering.
I don't know if it's impressive or not, definitely not orthodox, as per the youth liking today. Yeah.
Tell us how long you've been there.
Well, I joined end of 99. With all this, I kind of started fully January 2000. And yeah, that's been my journey here with BBC.
So half your life, I read.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So it's quite unusual in this business for people to stay in a company so long.
Yeah.
Why do you think you've stayed at BBC?
I don't know. People ask these questions a lot. I just honestly don't know, but I've been comfortable. I mean, the company's greatest place to be. You know, we have this internal system when they just send you the notification that you've been here 15 years, 20 years, 10 years, 25 years.
You just keep getting them.
Right. And the youngsters are like, whoa, look, these people stay in a company for so long. Honestly, I just don't know. Companies takes care of us. We like what we do.
So you're from Ukraine, now living in Dubai, running the show here in Dubai.
Yeah.
Tell us about your early career, how you got started in the business.
Well, I was supposed to be sailing longer than I did. I ended up with 6-7 years. I made it to the second mate, and then just started short career. Did some shipbroking. Ships management, operation agency, and so on. And then I just got a CV to BBC, and they said yes.
So you started in Lear?
Yeah, with BBC, yes. Yeah, I started in Lear.
And what are the major differences that you found working in Europe compared to running things here?
Oh, that's been the life story, I think. I mean, here we are sort of chaotic in a sense, disorganized. You need to be able to find some gold in a lot of mud, whereas Europe is, I don't know, I mean, it used to be back in the day when I was there, more structured, more, clearer, transparent. Things were more complicated on the paper side, not on the people's interaction side, which is opposite here. There's no paper here. It's all about people talking to people.
Yeah.
So that's a major difference, I think.
So let's get into the Middle East then. You've only got to look at Breakbulk Middle East, see how much that's grown, how busy it is. It is a good market, maybe not as good as it was a couple of years ago, but what's driving all the growth and the activity from your perspective?
I think the Gulf countries, over at least my time that I have been here, have done a decent job diversifying the economies and pushing into the industrialization of them, pushing into finer products producing and so on. Again, pulling in a lot of industries, businesses that, end up producing more and more. And then I don't think they even wanted, when they started, to be the world leader. But then with the cheaper labor in the area, with the more or less simpler bureaucratic kind of system that they have here to start the business and so on, they've made it quite well. So they've diversified and made it to be one of the centers in some sense of several industries, some industries.
And tell us about globalization and how that looks from here. What changes you've seen recently?
I mean, we've got like about 6-7 years of everything with COVID, ups and downs, with a bad market, then the good market at the end, then stabilizing market in between, and then we've got a lot of political and geopolitical challenges that we've seen. The Middle East is the actually the epicenter of this. You know, we've that this place has always had some issues with neighbors to each other, let's say.
Yeah.
So the way I see it is that they've done good decisions in investing in the good development, diversification, and so on. It hasn't been the easy path for them, I can see, but they have done it. And now, where you see the whole global economy is in a kind of a darker place, let's say. I mean, with the globalization that we knew since 70s and 80s, is not as straight anymore. It has done a lot of turns and left, right, and up and down as well. The regions have actually managed to live on their own. So they have done a lot of efforts to stay resilient to anything global disasters do. So I see our region here as a very good example. They basically stopped needing the global influence anymore. They have a comfortable neighborhood of developing countries that are strong in the new industries, like in our case in the oil and gas production, in the wind industry, and whatever we carry. I mean, if we look at that, and they have just managed to be on their own. I'm sure there is a financial system, there is interconnection. They can't survive without the finance from the West or the let's say technology from the East, from China, let's say, and it's obvious that the world cannot be alone. But obviously, the regions that I can see have done a decent job diversifying, and Middle East is one of them.
So this neighborhood's in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, they've got what I've seen. They've got still time and space to go.
And how important is India in this region and for your business?
Huge for us. Especially if we really talk about what we do, India is massively important because again, within this frame of kind of regional, force, let's call it, India has been just one of the driving parts. They have created the industries that now world recognized, and Gulf, of course, uses it and benefits from the neighborhood like that. When we started, I remember we would always be relying on the Gulf originated cargoes in a sense, the transshipments, the typical Jebel Ali concept where everything comes in here and then distributes and so on. But then with India last 10 years, I'd say.
Producing some huge...
With Modi,
huge cargo.
They have just pushed up with, in a sense, making India great. So that's been... so now we see the shift where Indian-originated cargoes for us, for our ships, are more important than Gulf in a way, sometimes.
Right. And if you look ahead to the next couple of years, how do you see demand changing? And how are you preparing for that?
We just totally, I think, first of all, we are, like I said, we're now in a world where we don't predict anything. We just live by day in a way.
Much safer.
Yeah, safer. But again, like I've been here in a lot of sort of hikes and downs.
Yeah.
And I can see the area is always coming up good. So, meaning I can only be positive and sort of think, yeah, it's going to develop. Speaking to forwarders, speaking to clients, speaking to even competitors, we see huge, investment in especially oil and gas and likewise industries. That's going to continue. It's strong. UAE is getting strong. Saudi is getting strong. So I think it's going to continue. Yeah.
What do you think it takes for a company to succeed in project cargo in the Middle East? And why do you think that some operators struggle in this market?
You need to become local in a good way, all right? In the compliant way, let's say. But you need to really understand the way they think, the way the market operates. And you can't expect everything tomorrow as you would want to. You need to be patient sometimes. But from the other side, you need to be forceful and push. It's also the case. You need to be very attentive to like your costing, what you want to do, and then kind of take it from there. See, what I've seen a lot of operators, a lot of players, they do other way. They just start from the market offering and then they try to adjust. And I think that's why maybe a lot of them have not made it well. We have done opposite. We've just looked at what we have and what we need to do, and then we try to adjust the market.
So let's zoom out a bit and talk about BBC chartering. Your slogan is any port, any cargo. How does your fleet enable you to do that?
Well, it's just the diversity. We are from 6 to 42,000 deadweight. Any ship sort of within the project segment that you can imagine. We shallow draft, bigger ships, light cranes, heavy cranes, twin deck configurations, superstructure up front, superstructure in the usual convenient way, conventional way. So we're pretty much anything in that. In our segment, we have every ship that can offer anything. So that's how we do it. And then because we've been staying off the liner trades, let's say,
yep,
we have been trumping. This is our core. That's why we've come up with this logo, any port, any cargo. So we basically can do anything.
How is BBC different from other lines, other carriers?
Structure-wise, I think it's our best. If you're asking me, of course, yeah. My opinion is structure. We are very structured in a I would say unique way that we came up long time back, and that makes us resilient. We know people try to also copy us there and there, but we copy good structures and good systems from others. I mean, of course, it's just it's open book segment. Let's say. I mean, it's hard to hide anything. Everyone knows. Everyone has worked for someone over 10 years.
How do you structure the business in terms of how you approach the clients?
I mean, it's of course a complicated system, but briefly for the markets and clients, what we do is we orient the offices to exports from the areas. The offices book cargoes that are coming out of their areas. We avoid internal competition because of that. We, of course, in a globalized world, the clientele, let's say, database is everywhere. The clients are everywhere.
Yeah.
So you will be developing some relationship and contracts or just even single cargo with, I don't know, a company sits here in Dubai, but they will need to move it from Houston. So in our case, we would still have Houston office giving numbers, providing ships, the technical support and so on. So
that you're not trying to fight each other all the time.
Yes, exactly. We just like we always broker to each other. We help each other in a way.
And is your approach unusual in the market, would you say, compared to other lines?
I don't know anymore. We thought we were unique in some years back when we came up with this, but I'm sure this is. It's just so logical that I'm sure a lot of people use it.
And let's talk about the fleet. The Laker-Max vessels have been a huge success for you. Why do you think that is? Why have they been so successful?
Well, I mean, to really, first of all, just to be sort of objective about it, I mean, they're only here for a year and some, 2 years maybe. So we haven't really seen if they are successful.
But you got more on the way, so you must
Correct.
You must be confident.
But we
about
like them. No, 100%. We like them. What I'm saying is, they came out in a very good market. You know, we're still in that post-COVID bonanza market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they came out in the middle of it, so they were just right in time. Number two, the design. I mean, the superstructure head pretty much sorts you out with all possible cargoes, the visibility obstructions, and so on. So we have done from here on BBC Houston, from Jebel Ali, we've done pieces of 24-meter height, this type of thing. So today you don't need to invest in a long, process of class adjustment, this, the other. The twin deck configuration, a very big, good capacity in their bellies. That's just been amazing. Good crane. So that's just the more, and of course economical. They have been already built with the more modern, fuel consumption speed type of relationship. So they have been just all over. Those are the factors, yeah.
And you've also announced a series of ice class vessels. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about those. I understand they're not for any particular region.
No. It's just to continue with that. Any port, any cargo, to be diversified, to be available there for northern ports, especially now within the latest talk about the northern routes being soon, usable and this, the other.
Yeah.
So why not to have a couple of ships? But there are no particular markets that we want to be using or any particular contracts that we are aiming. Just to be, diversified and have ships that they can do it.
And in terms of decarbonisation, fuel efficiency, how do the new vessels contribute to your objectives there?
Well, you mean this one, the ice class, or just any?
In general, but the ice class as well,
yeah.
if you want to talk about.
Of course, they are all now built with the let's call it with the bigger green energy sort of angle. The life is going to demand this, and it's already demanding. If you look at the European calculations, already there. We calculate this every single day. So.
One of the big forwarders was saying on the podcast recently that it used to be only the bigger clients were concerned about sustainability, how green the transport is, but that's changing, and actually now the smaller clients are too. Is that your experience?
Yeah, true. And also we've also seen local clients here in Gulf already asking for sustainability sort of elements in what we offer. Although you would think that, and then traditionally they have not been really too worried about this, but now we can see it more and more. Yeah, like I said, it's just like it's going. It's an ongoing process, and it will be there.
Hi, it's Aya Saeed here from Breakbulk. Thanks for checking out Voices of Breakbulk Middle East, our collaboration with PCP to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the event. For a decade, it's been the meeting point for companies driving the region's most ambitious developments, bringing together more than 10,500 industry professionals. We're looking forward to meeting everybody at Breakbulk Middle East, taking place at the Dubai World Trade Center on the 4th and 5th of February 2026. Don't forget, you can register online for your free ticket to attend. Enjoy the podcast and see you soon in Dubai.
This episode is brought to you in partnership with Hareket, proud sponsors of Voices of Breakbulk Middle East. Hareket has been moving the world's heaviest and most complex cargo since 1957, with a reputation for tailor-made engineering solutions. Headquartered in Turkey, they operate across 3 continents, with offices in 28 countries and a team of more than 1,000 specialists. Their work spans engineered heavy lift, project transport, cranes and marine services, supporting oil and gas, petrochemicals, power, renewables, nuclear and infrastructure. Hareket is consistently ranked amongst the world's largest crane and heavy transport companies, with more than 1,000 major projects completed worldwide and strong regional partners like Abu Dhabi Ports. Find out more via the link in the description below, and a huge thank you to Hareket for supporting project cargo professionals. And how do you feel about the container lines and other carriers like that entering the market?
I mean, of course, we feel bad, not really welcoming, let's say, but it's just life, you know. You need to accept. But yeah, container lines, a lot of just bulk operators. They have been also going into the segment to help their own calculations, I imagine. Especially when we see the bed times for containers, we know they will be trying to come up with some kind of flat track solutions. They cannot take a heavy and big pieces yet, but you know, anything up to 100 tons. Or we've lost, I remember a couple of years back, the unit was 85 meters. We've lost it to container line because they could of course offer you know 3 times cheaper and so on. Same as the wind. If you look at wind and the big handy-size plus ships, they can take whatever bulk down and then put the blades on deck. So they have been straight away their competitors. So that they have been there. But again, it's just life. You need to. We still have our core that is with us. So.
And has BBC's strategy changed much over the years, or has it been pretty fixed?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I don't think we've except just to be stronger, be there, diversified, and we've done a decent move with new ships, new building program. So we've been good with owners that work with us, and so no, pretty much staying where we are.
So I thought I'd ask you, if you were CEO for the day, what decisions would you make about the future of BBC Charter?
Honestly, not much. Just we're in a good place. Yeah, there's always room to improve and to be higher, but I guess just to make it more structured, even if we are. I mean, of course, we have our faults there and there, to be more client-driven. But as of a concept of BBC, let's say, of this little temple, I don't think there's not much to change. You don't want to be like overgrown. You definitely don't want to be less than that. I think this size is perfect. I think also the relationship between number ships, earnings kind of thing, we're perfect. Mm-hmm. I don't think we want more, we want less, or anything.
It has been bigger in the past, hasn't it?
It was slightly bigger, no, not crazily bigger.
Yeah.
And it just like it's the fact that we are kind of getting lesser in numbers. It's just a natural process, not like we've planned it.
And how concerned are you about the slow pace of new vessel construction? Or are you not?
I mean, we're not. I mean, it's not really a slow pace. I mean, of course, all of us got into the post-COVID.
But there aren't that many new ships going on, are there?
Yes, which is actually not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Yes, you want to have more units of production to be there, but the lack of tonnage, especially the lack of capable tonnage, a proper heavy lifting tonnage, it's not such a bad thing, because it keeps up a decent level of market response. Then you you're not oversupplying even yourself.
Yeah.
And we know what it is to be oversupplying ourselves, and also over, I don't know, even if you look at a simple thing like congestions in ports, sometimes we create this congestion by our own ships. We have 5 ships in one port, all aiming to one berth sometime in India, for example. So that's the same with the new builds. So we're fine. I think we're fine.
And we said you've lived and worked in Dubai for so long. What do you like and maybe not like about Dubai?
I don't like summers in Dubai.
Can understand
that's
that.
for sure. Yeah,
it's pretty nice now.
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, although I have recently downloaded this app to measure the air pollution level, and I don't know why I've downloaded this thing. Now I'm every day worried about this. So I think that also...
It's high, isn't it? I was quite shocked.
Yeah.
It's higher than Mumbai, where I just came from.
Exactly. So that I don't like at all. I mean, it just makes just everything kind of harder, like even to be somewhere in time, and do a normal exercise outside, you still need an extra effort for anything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I've given, to Dubai so many years. I like it. I love this place. I have to say. I would say I love this place. My kids were born here, so it's more even that just I'm an expat here. It's home for them. So obviously home for us.
And for business, it's a great place to be.
For business, it's a great place to be because whatever happens around it, Dubai still remains Dubai. It's the setter. Examples, cultures, concepts, that people want to copy. That's good. I think it's just good to be in. Although I would say maybe Dubai, especially now, takes it to like maybe extreme level, overbuilding itself and so on. I would probably ask them to chill a little bit. But it's okay. I love Dubai.
And what do you like doing outside of work?
Well, I'm busy. I have my sailing boat that we race. We've got a good racing team, participate in the racing activities here, play golf. I mean, that's Dubai, a thing to do in shipping if you're there.
Yeah.
And a lot of other sports. I'm kind of into sports, so...
You're a serious swimmer as well, you were telling me.
I am trying to be, let's say, not a serious swimmer, but I recently just started liking this long swims and love it.
And we've got the 10th anniversary of Breakbulk Middle East coming up. You've been a big supporter of the event. Tell us what you've got out of it over the years and why it's been valuable from your perspective.
Community. I mean, I think we've built, they have built, but I have helped, I hope so, a decent sense of community here locally. I mean, it's been always a smaller, to some extent, people always have known each other, but Breakbulk brought that little backbone, the platform that everyone just comes, and everything started sort of going around Breakbulk. People plan to come here and be at Breakbulk. People want to hear what they say, want to say something at the panels and so on. So I've been an advisory board. I've seen, the growing interest from everyone to be there. I think what they've done is this good platform for the community to stay together, you know what I mean? Because there is no other event here that keeps this, especially our niche. There are like sea trades and there are some other things that shipping people do, but they are outside of what we do. But Breakbulk for us is the spot on thing. So,
and you became a bit famous at Breakbulk Middle East for your cigar box. What's that all about?
We have us and also some of our customers, very close customers. We like those parties to close with the cigars. So we just kind of started doing it. We just would bring the box and open it, and people would use the cigars. It would always, our parties, especially the Breakbulk, they would always smell cigars at the end. And we had a lot this year, this 2025, and in the place which was quite packed with the guests and all of it. So we opened the box, and when I was taking my second or third, around midnight-ish, 23 something, it was like a decent, maybe some 25 were still left. And then next second, no one remembers what happened to that box. So it's mystery. So it's still unresolved. It's gone. With cigars or without, or maybe we just forgot. It was very funny.
Maybe we shouldn't have been talking about that. Everybody's going to want to come to your party now just to get free cigars.
Yeah. This time we will have a smaller place, but smaller meaning smaller party. But yeah, we'll have cigars. Yeah.
We'll have to buy a few more.
Yeah, no problem.
So when we meet again in 10 years' time for the 20th anniversary,
inshallah,
what do you hope might have changed for the better, either for BBC or for the industry in general?
Just to be a bit more responsible, let's say. I have seen how players that just started recently locally here today have come up to the international level and became international forwarders and a producer and so on. I'd like them to grow even more, to become like pretty solid in their size and their productions, and be responsible to the market we are. When I say responsible, I mean even better paying, cultures and and stuff like this. Yeah, but I just wish it well. So and I think we'll be there. We'll be there. If we really meet in 10 years, let's see.
What about you? You still be there?
I hope so, but I also don't hope so.
You'll work it out.
Yeah.
Denis, it was really good to talk to you. Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Ciao.